Is AI really here to help us, or will it be the demise of human civilization as we know it? That, my friends, is the question. Today, I'm going over 5 different terrifying realities that all have to do with the emergence of super artificial intelligence. We're talking about things such as millions upon millions of people being displaced from their jobs, the threat of deepfakes and what deepfakes could do to our human culture and our way of life. And furthermore, the background editing into these systems wherein which they are programmed to perform tasks. Will these tasks be programmed proficiently? Because if there are any errors in any of these programs, then it could lead to traumatic and tremendous disaster. That and so much more, right here, right now, on Kyler Speaks. So, the first thing I'd like to talk about, guys, the first question I have, and maybe just assertion, is the fact that massive job displacement and economic shakeups, of which we have never seen before, are coming. It's coming right now. AI is coming for your job. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but as of late, we have a lot of robots doing a lot of things that humans used to do. And it goes a lot deeper than just simple trades and manufacturing products like sorting boxes. No, this is going to affect and displace about 50% of all workers within the United States, at least within the next 20 years. That's going to be an immense problem. What are we going to do about that? What are we going to do when it's no longer an option for a human to become a lawyer or a bus driver or a teacher or a doctor? This is exactly what I am warning against. I don't know if it's better or if it's worse, but the one thing I do know is that when this occurs, we need some type of universal basic income. We're just going to need a safety net. And I know that some people are against that, but the truth to the matter is that without that, we will rebel, we'll revolt, we'll protest. It could be like the purge. We have no idea. We have absolutely no idea what exactly is going to happen when AI comes for your job. People aren't just going to give up and roll over in submission, they're going to rebel. The second thing I'd like to speak about is the existential risks from superintelligent systems. This is a major question that I'm not sure we're asking. So, we need to be extremely careful with what we ask AI and how we program AI. We've all heard the saying, if you optimize AI to make paper clips and tell it to maximize the amount of paper clips it makes, it could turn our entire universe into nothing but paper clips. It sounds silly, right? But it's not that silly. It's not silly when you're thinking about something that is tremendously more intelligent than any human that has ever existed. It will make human intelligence look like a bug, look like a fly on the wall. It will, in comparison, make humans have the compared intelligence of ants or of butterflies. It is going to make us look silly. And so, yes, will it do pretty much everything that we tell it to do? Sure. But we have to be exceptionally careful with how we program this thing because at the end of the day, it's not technically conscious, at least not yet. And so it just does what it's told. And if we make any sort of mistake, it could be for the detriment of humanity in ways that we can never foresee. The third thing I'd like to discuss is the bias and unfair real world decisions that these AI learning systems could implement upon our society. We already have it right now. We know that not only will AI disrupt jobs, but current jobs are being disrupted simply because whenever you send in a resume, it's no longer seen by a human. That, my friends, is just the very beginning. The very beginning. Wait for a time to where these unbiased systems become so biased against you that you'll be denied a job simply because you're not in the best health. And it already knows that because it's connected to every other technological system that you interact with on an everyday basis. That, my friends, could be a massive, massive problem in the future that no one has really quite flagged because, to be quite frank, there's nothing that they can do about it. No politician wants to be doom and gloom. They don't get elected by doing that. Instead, they want to pretend like everything is okay and there's nothing to worry about. And that brings me to the next thing that I'd like to discuss, the explosion of misinformation and deepfakes. Guys, I've had people tell me that within the next 6 to 12 months, basically a year, there are going to be more fake videos online, more deepfake videos than real videos of real humans that humans had created. It is going to flood our online economy of attention. And humans are really gullible and they're really susceptible. Imagine what they could do with this. You could make it seem like a presidential candidate is more popular than they actually are. They could twist your arm into voting a certain way or thinking a certain way or doing a certain thing or conforming to a certain thing. Who knows? It's untapped potential that could be detrimental to not only the internet, but to how we live our everyday lives. They could influence us on a level that has never been seen before. It's very scary. I know that you guys have seen this, but AI slop is everywhere. But in the future, it won't be slop. It will be indistinguishable from an actual human made piece of content. And if you guys are a famous influencer, say goodbye to that. I think that's going to pass. That's going to be a thing of the past in the future. For instance, my favorite thing to listen to throughout the day is the Joe Rogan Experience. I love Joe Rogan. He's a real person. He lives in Austin, Texas, and he has real people on. That is going bye-bye. He will probably be cemented into the lexicon of online media because he's priorly established. But anyone coming up now has to compete against AI. They don't get tired. They don't make mistakes when they speak. They have the most intriguing content with an unlimited database of facts to back up what they say. It's going to be very interesting. If you're on Instagram, for instance, you're done for because AI will create things that will not only pass the Turing test, but will be indistinguishable from real human beings, like I previously said. And when we're talking about photos, you're cooked because you're not going to be as beautiful or as rich or perceived to be as beautiful or as rich as a deepfake. It's just not going to happen. These are very interesting questions that are rarely discussed. And last but not least, and probably most importantly, the fifth thing I'd like to bring to your attention about why AI can be so terrifying, and it's coming closer. It's here, and it's basically here right now. It will be here faster than you could ever fathom. The fifth thing that really, really is concerning is the erosion of privacy and the surveillance power. We all know that people like Peter Thiel and Sam Altman want to rule the world. They just do. They're working with the NSA right now, like I spoke about in my prior video, the one I just posted about Google in particular. But they're all guilty of it. They're going to surveil you using AI and intrude and infringe upon your the very essence of what it means to be an American, and they won't ask permission. They're going to know everything about you. They're going to surveil you until the cows come home. And that's a very scary thing because it goes against everything that America was initially founded upon. And there's nothing we can do about it. These 5 things, collectively, are what got me so frightened about AI. And people like Elon Musk have been sounding the alarm bells and the whistles for a long time now. And everyone thought he was silly because people can't conceptualize the fact that we are building something that is going to make us inferior and obsolete. But that's exactly what we're doing. Maybe we are just the caterpillar that will bring upon the technological butterfly. Or maybe we are building something that could bring the end to human civilization as we know it. What do you think? Leave it below in the comments, and thank you for listening.